The nurse told him it would only take a few minutes. "It's just a scan," she said gently. "We'll bring her right back." Daniel nodded like he understood, though everything in the room felt distant, like he was watching someone else stand there holding his daughter's hand. Lila squeezed his fingers. "Don't go far, okay?" "I won't," he said quickly. "I'll be right here." She studied him for a moment, like she was trying to decide if that was true. Then she smiled, a small tired smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. "Okay." They wheeled her away, her stuffed rabbit tucked under her arm. One ear had been sewn back on, crooked after the dog got to it years ago. She refused to sleep without it. Daniel watched until the doors swung shut. "Right here," he told himself. "I'll be right here." He sat down, then stood up again. The waiting room felt wrong. Too bright, too clean, too full of people pretending not to listen for names that might change everything. Minutes passed, or hours, he couldn't tell. At some point his phone buzzed. He ignored it. At some point someone called his name. He didn't hear it the first time. "Mr. Reyes?" The doctor's voice was careful. Too careful. Daniel stood, his legs unsteady. Can I see her?" The doctor hesitated just for a second, just long enough. "We did everything we could." The words didn't land all at once. They came apart, like pieces of something that didn't fit together anymore. "Everything we could." Daniel shook his head. "No, she's waiting for me. I told her I'd be right there. I'm so sorry." "No," he said louder now. "You don't understand. She asked me not to go far." His voice broke on the last word. The doctor reached out, then stopped, as if unsure where to place his hand. "She wasn't alone," he said quietly. "We were with her, but that wasn't the same." Daniel's knees gave out, and he sank into the chair behind him, staring at the floor. He tried to remember the last thing he'd said to her. Don't worry, he hadn't lied. He had stayed just not where she needed him. Later they let him see her. The room was smaller than he expected. Too quiet. Machines stood still, their screens blank, as if nothing had ever happened. Lila lay on the bed, her face peaceful in a way that felt wrong. The stuffed rabbit was still tucked under her arm. Daniel stepped closer, slowly, like sudden movement might wake her. "Hey, Bug," he whispered. No response. He reached out and brushed a strand of hair from her face, his hand shaking. "I'm here," he said. "See, I didn't go anywhere." The words hung in the air, fragile and useless. He pulled a chair to the bedside and sat down, taking her small hand in his. It was already colder than it should have been. Daniel swallowed hard, forcing the words out, even though there was no one left to hear them. "I'm sorry I wasn't in the room," he whispered. I thought there'd be more time." The silence didn't answer. It never would again. He sat there as the hours slipped by, holding her hand, repeating the promise he had kept too late. "I'm right here," he murmured. "I'm right here." And for the rest of his life, those were the last words he would ever be able to give her.